Algebra 2, we're moving on to the advanced trig graphing. Okay, and you should see some familiar symbols here, or placings. We've got our a in the front, just like, picture like your absolute value, your x squared graphing, your square root graphing, all the functions we've done before. We've got our a multiplier in the front, which is your stretch, which is in trigonometry called your amplitude. Okay? We've been working with that multiplier on the inside already. That's the period change. On the back side, that's going to be your horizontal, or your vertical shift, and that's going to be, we're going to talk about that as the new midline. And anything inside the parentheses there is going to be your horizontal shift, and trigonometry, we're going to call that our phase shift. And again, anything on the inside is opposite. Anything on the inside is opposite. So a minus actually goes to the right, and a plus is going to go backwards to the left. Alright, so just to get us started, let's talk about this one over here. Just our regular 2 times sine. Okay, we've done a handful of days here, 2, 3, 4 days of this type of graphing, so this one should be pretty good. That times 2 in the front tells me that I'm going up to 2 and down to negative 2. There's no period change, so this is our normal period of 2 pi, which means we're counting by our normal counting numbers. Pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi. We can go backwards 1 here. Negative pi over 2. Alright, you should know this one. Sine starts in the middle, goes up to the top, back down to the middle, or the midline, bottom, middle. Then we can reverse, and this will be bottom. Smooth it out. Okay, and we're not going to do all the details and like the labels of stuff over here, but I do want to talk about the range. The range is going from negative 2 to 2. Negative 2 is less than or equal to y is less than or equal to 2. Now we're going to take that same graph and we're going to do a plus 3 on the back. And here's how we do that. That plus 3 is going to move everything up 3. And how we're going to think about that is we're going to move our midline up 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do a dashed line. That's our new midline at 3. This times 2 in the front, like we just had up here, tells me I'm going up 2 from the midline and down 2 from the midline. Now when our midline was 0, that number was the top and the bottom, 2 and negative 2. My midline's not 0 anymore. I'm going to go up 2 to 5 and down 2 to negative 1. Okay? No period adjuster. Alright, so we're still going by our normal pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi. We'll throw a negative 1 on there. Now, we're not starting at 0. We're up 3. Everything's up 3. This is the new midline. So we're just taking this graph and sliding it up to be around that dotted line. So I'm starting here. Top, middle. Now bottom does not go all the way down to this line. We're only going to negative 1. If we need to, we can do that backwards 1. Okay, so it's the exact same graph, just bumped up 3 units. And now the range is going from, not negative 1, Mr. Handke, positive 1. Positive 1 to 5. Still a gap of 4 units. Okay, we're just 2 above our middle and 2 below our middle. Alright, so that's what we're focusing on today, is vertical shifting. And then tomorrow we're going to add in the horizontal shifting. All right, cosine minus 2, not cosine of minus 2. Minus 2. So our midline is not 0 anymore. We're going to go down 1, 2. Okay, there's our midline at negative 2. Okay, our front multiplier, our amplitude, it's not there, so really it's just a 1. So we're going to go up to negative 1 and down to negative 3. No period change, so it's just a standard 2 pi with a half pi counting. Pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, 2 pi. Okay, cosine starts on the top. So it's going to start up here at negative 1. Midline, bottom, midline, and back to the top. And there it is. Alright, that was cosine. Let's do a tangent. 3 times tangent theta plus 1. Alright, so plus 1, that's going to bump our midline up to 1. And I know this 3 means my halfway point needs to be up 3 on the right-hand side. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be up to 4. And then down 3 on the other side. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be down to negative 2. No period change, so it's just the normal stuff. So we got pi over 2. We got pi. 3 pi over 2. And we'll go backwards, negative pi over 2. Okay, tangent starts with a 0 dot, but it's not 0 because we're up 1, so we're right here on the midline. Then we'll have an asymptote. Then we'll be on the midline. Asymptote. And over here, asymptote. Okay, halfway between 0 and pi over 2 should be pi over 4. We're going to be up 3. 1, 2, 3. And then halfway over, negative pi over 4. It's going to be right there on that notebook line. We're going to be at negative 2. And we're going to use that to kind of guide our tangent squiggle. Didn't do a good job of making it uniform, did I? This side's a little tighter than this side. Alright. Okay, little challenge problem for you. But this has everything that we've done so far. We've got our new vertical shift, which you need to do first. It has a period adjuster, and it's got an amplitude with a negative. Think about it first. Think about it. Where's your midline? How far up and down will you be going from your midline? So think about how you want to draw your own scale. Okay? And then go through and do your tick marks. And then we'll see how you did. So go ahead and push pause. Think that one through. Okay, let's check it out. So step 1 for me is we need a midline at 2. Okay, and then I'm going to be going down 2 to 0 and up 2 to 4. So I don't really need any of the negatives. I mean, we can have a little bit of it there. Okay, my midline is going to be at 2. And then we also need 4 and 0, right? Okay, so that's my midline with my vertical shift. And we kind of thought about amplitude. Okay, a period adjuster. Normal period is 2 pi. Okay, this is going to slow it down. So we're going to divide by a half. That's actually going to make the period be 4 pi. And then we take the period, 4 pi, cut that, divide by 4. This is your counting numbers. So we're counting by pi's. I drew mine really big, so I'm probably going to have a lot of tick marks. You don't necessarily have to have as many as me. So we got pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi. Just because I have it there, we'll go 6. Okay, think about it. Sign starts on the midline. So not 0 or up 2. Sign's going to start on the midline. And now we do have a negative though, so we will go down first instead of up. Down, midline, up, midline, down, midline. And again, you might have more or less tick marks than me, but it should be pretty similar. Oof, it's a lumpy. My hand's bumping the Elmo over here. I'm trying to squeeze it in. Lumpy, bumpy graph. All right, that's everything. Literally everything we have. Vertical shift we just learned today. That's the a fraction for a period adjuster. We have an amplitude and a flip. So that was everything. If you can handle that, you are doing A-OK. All right, we got a new worksheet for you today. Check it out. Answer keys should be up on Schoology. Best of luck. Let me know if you have any questions.